watching Ayit TV, empowering you.
Hosting the 9 Ds for the inaugural Faculty of Medicine Research Group seed funding and mentorship. I would want to begin by congratulating you for having come out top among the 22 applications we received. You can stamp with your feet. Yeah, so on the 15th of November, we sent out a call after realizing that the faculty had some resources to facilitate research. This time we decided to begin the journey of growing research groups. And we all know that research has become a very important part of scientific business the world over. And as a faculty, we cannot afford to remain behind. The creation and formalization of research groups within the faculty forms part of our faculty research strategy. And at the end of it all, we hope to establish functional research groups with adequate research support, where individuals and teams will be able to, to apply for grants, will be able to write scholarly work, and they get the support that they need within the faculty, of course being overseen by the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training. And the reason why the director is here is for him to see what is happening within the faculty, and together with his board chair, be able to appropriate any further needed support to the Faculty of Medicine and our primary clinical teaching area, which is Mbarara Regional Referral Hospital. So like I said, we received 22 applications, which we have vetted by a team of able scholars within the faculty. And we were able to get 9 top applications. Our target was 7, but then 4 teams tied with a score of 15. And it was hard to get 2 out of the 4. And we were lucky to have negotiated with REC, who agreed to, to reduce on REC fees for each of the groups from $300 to $50. Okay. So we sold our idea, and they said we would want to support the research processes within the university, so let them not pay $300 but $50. And that came in as a blessing in disguise. So we reduced to $50 from each group to be able to take care of the other 2 teams which had scored 15. So that's how the number increased from 7 to 9. You realize that that amount was reduced from your submitted budgets, and the money that is reflected on those draft awardee letters caters for that difference. As I end, I want to wish you the very best. We look forward to research group formation in the faculty. And I would want to informally say we have already received further support for, for future seed grant funding for the faculty for the next 3 to 4 years. And the amounts are a little bit bigger than this, but once we have this work done well, you'll be eligible to applying for more funding from the faculty within the next couple of years. So we'll be sending out a call soon after consulting with the different stakeholders. We hope that you'll be able to also apply. I will say without fear or favor that we want to put research as one of our core deliverables during these couple of years. And once space allows, we want to have a small research support system and office at the faculty where you can just drop in, you say, I'm struggling with sample size calculation. And you'll find an Edwin there or Levan or whoever. Say, don't worry. Sit down, within 10 minutes, you have your need met. Like I'm applying for this particular grant. How can I be supported? Okay, things that are beyond that, we'll be able to refer them to DRGT, to give more expert advice and support. So that's our goal, that's our dream. And as you embark on the work you promised to accomplish, please make sure that at the end of it all, the deliverables that were in the call are met. Once we have 9 publications at the very minimum coming out of this initial small call, you're very sure that we'll have set off a speed that cannot be stopped. So I wish you the very best, and we look forward to functional research groups and the manuscripts, ending up into publications coming through this whole engagement. I congratulate you again, and on behalf of the faculty, I wish you the very best. Thank you. Let me invite the director, DRGT, to give his brief remarks as he oversees whatever is happening within the university where the Faculty of Medicine belongs. So let's join us together to welcome Professor Batwala.
Thank you, Dean. Members, I'm happy to be back home. So when I'm here, I feel very comfortable. So I'm feeling at home. The Dean, my boss, the board chair of the Directorate of Research and Graduate Training, and the colleagues here present. I want to thank the Faculty of Medicine for this initiative of CD funding. I recall when Professor Muchiri was the Associate Dean, this you expect that there's something bigger will come up. I'm a believer, and I normally go to church and I hear my pastor saying cigar. So we put cigar in the basket. We hope that we will benefit in the future. So I am expecting that the applicants had this in mind, and so that this is not an end on itself, but something bigger you are planting will come up in the future. This CD funding is actually in line with the Council's directive. Council directed that all the money for such funds being budgeted by faculties. I hope you are aware of this. Maybe the dean is and the former deans who are here, they know this. Faculties have been budgeting for research funds, but Council realized that there is no tangible thing, there are no tangible things that are coming out. So Council directed that a policy is formulated such that this money is pooled into one source, and this money will be housed at the directorate, so that the faculties now advertise, announce that there are these funds for people to apply. So the money has been being budgeted for and used and accounted for, but there are no tangible things that council can see. So I wanted to tell you that the policy, we have already formulated the draft policy, which goes through various approval levels, from the initiator, the directorate, the board, the top management. Then there is a policy committee, and now it is at the budget and finance committee of council. So from there, I will present to council for approval. So after approval, you will be hearing or be seeing calls for proposals to respond for these internal research funds. And I think the dean were in the meeting, and we are also deliberating on this policy. So this is going to be in addition to what we are having now in this meeting. I want to encourage the beneficiaries to use these funds wisely as budgeted for. Since this money is coming from government, definitely an audit exercise will be called upon soon. Right now, as I talk, I have left auditors at the directorate. They are auditing 27 projects. And about 3 weeks ago, we got the final report for NIH projects that were audited. And I want to encourage you people that even if outside this you write your grants, please bring your grants to MGO, to the directorate. Now the environment is very clean. We are getting very good reports. And if your prospective funders want audited reports, we are happy to give you, so that they look at it as they want during the due diligence exercise they normally perform. So nowadays there's what they call value for money audit. Now, if you've been given funds, you need to be very clear and very sure of what you are accounting for. Assuming your research is in Bihari, I don't think it is wise to say that you used the 100,000 fuel to move from here to Bihari. Really, you will be called upon. Normally, they audit things which happened in the past, so you'll be called upon maybe a year later. That, can you explain this receipt you submitted? Is it realistic to use this fuel from Masti to Bihari, 100,000 shillings? Really? So you need to be very careful when you are accounting for these funds. Again, audit nowadays does not only look at funds, look at money. The processes. I'm now sure that the call was made, and this is where they start from. The call was made. There's a process of awarding these grants to successful beneficiaries. I want to encourage the Dean's office to keep the records clear. Even those who were not successful, a communication should be made to them with the reasons as to why you are not successful. Auditors will ask for these things, and someone should be ready to answer that actually this one was made. Once again, I want to thank you very much, and I want to thank the team to encourage you to also be on the lookout for more funds to this institution. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for those very technical remarks. I'm sure they are aimed at improving the execution process of this journey that we have started. Let me invite Professor Joel Wazira to give brief remarks, and then we'll be able to move on with the agenda as stated at the beginning. So let's welcome Professor Wazira.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dean, for this great day that we longed to see happen. This was cooked many years, and it has been in cooking. And at long last, it is being served today. And I am very happy to see, all of you that are here. And I really believe that we shall go far as a faculty. And since the Faculty of Medicine was the pioneer faculty, allow me to believe that this will not stop with the Faculty of Medicine. You know, we are starting something that I believe, as the director has said, is actually going to go university-wide. Many times when people were asked to publish, the question they asked is, where is the money? You are telling us to publish, but you have not given us any money. When Dean Maling was the dean, there was one time almost a riot in the board meeting when he said, next year, each one of you must publish at least one paper. You know? And people said, Dean Maling, you are telling us to publish, but where is the money? I think Dean Maling, now the answer is here. And I think we did not total up how many people are going to be in these teams. That's roughly 9 times 7 makes a total of, Barbara, you are still young. 9 times 7, 64. So this is 64 members of the faculty and hospital who at least will have a paper to their name, hopefully in the next 1 or 2 years, which I believe will be a great deliverable. And as you all know, for the people in academia, research is part of the things that are used to vet for your promotion. So someone has already helped you now. You are not going to be like a few years ago where people said there is no money. Now the money is here. I don't know what the teachers now will give as excuse. So we hope that we shall be able to make these deliverables. You should read that award letter very well together with the advert. This is clear. It is seed funding. I read the Bible, and the Bible says God gives seed to the sower. I'm sure even in the Quran, something like that is there. Okay, seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So this is not bread, this is seed. So don't look at it as saying now January has been very dry. Let's see. And the old man with the hat has opened those places I don't want to mention. Let's go happen. Okay, this is seed. And the fact that it's called seed means it has to grow. In the advert, we asked whether, that, you need to work on this, but with a focus on making a group. It will be very disappointing that you get this 6 million and after it is finished, your group is also finished. Group leaders, we beseech you to have a big vision. Look very far. 5 years down the road, this group should be strong. The whole idea is to have a team of people, senior and junior, including students. In other universities, you don't just walk to the university and say, I want to do a PhD. okay, or even a master's. You do that under a group. And it is easier because then you receive very good mentorship. But here, you just walk and make an application to the directorate. I want to do a PhD. And then after we ask you, who is your supervisor? Then you start looking around. Supervisor now is a problem. But under established group systems, you have students that keep the work going. You know? So they are PhD students, they are postdocs, they are masters, they are even undergraduate students, even certificate students. So as you start this journey, I want you to look far. Okay, that's why I was happy when Maling's group were talking about, expanding a little bit so that they can accommodate more things. So look far. And of course, this money is little, and there is more money outside there. More money, I'm telling you. So this money, use it very well, excellently, because it is going to give you more money to do bigger things. So, there is a quote that all of us know, that if you want to go fast, go alone. Okay, you want to move very fast, just move alone. But if you want to go far, move as a team. I hope and pray that your teams are not pseudo teams. Okay? That they said we need to put people, so you put this one, the other one. Yeah, my team has 7 people. Because part of the things we were checking was the team. So you got the mark for the team, but now I'm sure your head is not cracking to say, how will the other one participate? The other one, I didn't even tell them. This one, no. I hope that now the team is going to come together. You have regular meetings and move very clearly forward. It's my prayer that these teams will grow, and I'm happy the dean says there is more money coming. I'm sure if your ideas are good and they are building, you would still get a bit more money to drive these teams, because at the end of the day, that is what we want to see formed. Yes, there is research going on in the university, but most of it is individuals. A few individuals are moving and moving very fast. But we want to see a mass movement of people, and we all move together and we're able to drive the agenda of the university forward. You are going to be contributing to the university's ranking when you publish. The last thing I want to say is that there is a provision, I think, for mentors. Okay, people that you can work with. But I know in your groups, you also have people that have taken steps higher than others. I know, for example, that Edwin is a Muti Fellow. He's receiving very good mentorship. He can now help to mentor others. This young lady, Hanifa, also was a fellow. She received good mentorship. So we can do that kind of mentorship. Dr. Maling has been mentoring others. So I believe that you as a group need to also find time to be meeting together and, moving this thing. It's not hiding in one corner and say, let me now do the thing, and they see that I'm a star. My group will be. No, this is all of us being able to move together. If you know something, people are disturbed by statistics, but I know in your group there are those who are good in statistics. There is data analysis. If you have this qualitative, I know Judith does a bit of good qualitative, Hanifa. So let's utilize also the resources that we have among ourselves. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Professor Bazira and the Director DRGT. We are almost coming to the end. We don't want to be the reason between you and your lunch. for those who are not fasting. So we're going to have a brief discussion, brief comments, as you realize these groups have got a range of people, from students to accomplished researchers, those in the middle, the young, and those who are growing younger, like Professor Malinga and Arubaku. So it's a whole, it's a whole mix of, of group. So make use of every opportunity that comes, and it's good to know that there is some funding at DRGT from the different faculties. We hope that some faculties will not be suffocated. For us, we'll utilize every penny that is assigned to Faculty of Medicine Director, and for sure we'll need more. So let's have a very brief discussion with the team here, and we close it up. Yeah. Yes, Anifa, can leave your masks on.
Thank you, Mr. Dean, the director, and the chairman, board DRGT, all members here, protocol observed. First of all, I would like to thank the Faculty of Medicine for the initiative and for the participation from my colleagues and those that were not able to win. My prayer is that they don't give up, but continue to pursue their goal. As regards to the awards, I note from your communication and the drafts for the awards regarding the timelines. Today we started the actual work and oftentimes there are issues with the delays in the approvals, ethical approvals. I don't know how the faculty can help us access or have our protocols reviewed to have a quick approvals for us to commence with the activities given that short timelines. The other issue is about the apologies. Yes, with the REC, and
we need to adhere to the financial timelines of the country, and you never know, that may attract a little more funding in the near future. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So the funds, in the draft award letter, we did note that that the funds will be accessed once the team has an approved protocol and a letter of ethics approval. Yes. Yeah, so the $50 has been catered in within your budget. So we appeal to the groups to raise the $50 and then you'll get it. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, thank you. There was a comment. Yes, Professor.
Judith already have the microphone, so you're not going to. So, Dean, now I have a comment, but let me first come to where Hanifa, using the experience from the micro research. So, what we do in micro research is that the students make sure that their proposals are already at a certain point. Then the PI writes a covering letter and says, so these are the proposals, and help us to expedite the process because they are all in. So if we all worked to a certain deadline and made sure that all our proposals are ready for REC, then the dean will write a covering letter says, please help expedite the what? The process. So then it becomes easier. The payments, that's a commitment fee. Yeah. 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 Or if not, you can still say, REC, the money will be available to the researchers after the approval process, and then it can be paid. So that's one. But two, I think this is one of the biggest opportunities that has come to the Faculty of Medicine in a very long time. So I would like to commend the Dean and his team for making this available. For me and my team, that includes Wilfred. I'm the team leader. Wilfred is a PI. We were responding to an R21. And this was on oral health, mental health, and aging. Now, we did not have publications on oral health, and we're really stuck. We even said, can we pick money from our pockets and do something quickly? It was difficult. We reached to our colleagues in Harvard and said, do you have some money? They said no. So when we saw this call, we said, oh, God answers prayers. Eh? Yes. And so we wrote, but colleagues, this is a very serious matter that we're dealing with. I'm requesting that each of us looks at the National Institutes of Health and sees which one is relevant to what they are doing. There are about 27 or 28 of those institutes. And I'm very sure each of your work will fall somewhere. There's nursing, lab, mental health, alcoholism, and they're just there. And Makerere learned these things long ago, and they are doing these things. So if we do that, because NIH is the biggest funder, I think the director of research, Vincent, you know it very well, the biggest funder. And I think in Africa, Uganda is among the topmost recipients of NIH money. Makerere is the lead, and Mbarara is what? Is coming. So please look at that seriously, and for you to be rated favorably, you must have published in that area. You must have also published as a team in that area. And so that's what we saw, and we said, okay, let us put in. But also the issue of mentors is very critical. I see many of these people are virtually junior faculty. So look for someone who is senior faculty in that area and bring them on board. But besides that, there can also be team and team. For instance, if your team wants to know something from another team, that team can help you. You know, they could be having someone say, can you first lend us a Rubaku for a short time to help us here? You know, something like that. So we need to support each other. So Dean, thank you very much. I remember, I don't know, were you paying back? I remember also gave you something when you're doing a PhD, 17 million. It was a CD grant, eh? Yes. And for Fogarty and NIH, when one of their researchers becomes a leader, they take it seriously. So I'm very proud of you, Joseph. I would like to end here. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you, Prof. Maling. The seed you gave me produced 4 publications, peer-reviewed. Yes, thank you. Judith and then Mitala. Okay, yes, Dr. Mitala.
Thank you, Dean. All protocol observed. I may not have a question, but I just want to thank the Faculty of Medicine for providing this opportunity to us, because some of us are really new in this world of research and grant writing. It's something that is really important, and I would like to commend you for this work. I would like us to thank the MUSI team for what they are doing in trying to train people as far as grant writing is concerned. And I don't know whether the faculty has any interest in picking up this this training of the members in the faculty about grant writing, because you read that sometimes they advertise lots of grants, and we see them being sent to our emails in the faculty email group, and some of them you find that you cannot qualify for them, but you don't know where to start from, you don't know who to talk to, and you don't know the steps to take. I've been of late. I've been struggling with one. Been writing down things and keeping them somewhere and waiting for opportunity to come. And there's one I saw, and it had some good funding, but the issue of getting mentors, people to talk to, and they help you in moving this and so that you get it. Has been and is still an issue in the department. Compared to some of us who are in junior departments, where you don't have people with like a lot of experience in research. Yes, we are free to interact with people from other departments and get some mentorship from there, but still, I mean, you find that they may not have enough time for you. So I think I would be happy if the faculty took up this initiative of training, especially the people who are enrolled into the different departments, and they start training them into some of these fields of research. It would be very helpful. And I think also I would like to thank I think there's some bit of movement in the undergraduate. I've seen a lot of research coming from there. Students are publishing, something we didn't have nowadays. So if this really goes on, it's a good direction that we are taking as a university. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Mitala. Yes, as we wind up this session, we have made provision for at least 2 mentorship sessions for this group in the course of the next 4 to 5 months. So we'll be able to invite the groups and we discuss things in regard to research and also writing skills. Yeah. So we have factored that in, and we want to make sure that it is done. Yes, thank you. We'll be able to hear from the groups about their proposed mentors. We don't want to impose. Yeah, for those who are unable to get mentors, just reach out to the faculty. We'll be able to ask 1 or 2 people within the faculty or even within the university to offer some time to walk with you this journey, and we see how things go. Yes, Judith.
Thank you, everyone. I'm so happy and excited to be part of this group and gathering, which is looking very far. And I hope the journey can start when it has challenges, but along the way, when we support one another, we reach where we want to reach. And I know we'll be able to reach there if we support one another. My concerns have been answered by other people's questions and responses. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dean and members. Now, when I looked at the group study titles, I realized that 3 of them have clear study setting. From the titles, you can see where they are going to do their studies. The rest are not clear, but out of the 3 that are clear, 2 are going to do their study in the hospital here. Now, my concern is the hospital. Previously, students who want to do studies there have been having issues. I'm not sure whether after clearance by Maastricht and this team are going to do the study here, the hospital will not require them to be reviewed again. This has to be very clear so that there is no a third step for delay, so that the team can move swiftly given the time allocated to them. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Director. Before we put out the poll, we actually discussed with the hospital, and this was a call that was not just for faculty of medicine faculty, but also the clinicians across the fence. And in here, we have people who are hospital employees. We have Dr. Levan, who's an obstetrician and a Minister of Health. Johnny Siko is the hospital a pharmacist. So somehow, when they discovered that this fall cuts across, they promised to give us all the support. Yes, and we need, for the studies taking place in the hospital, there's going to be a site permission or site approval. And so let's work fast, and then we can always discuss with the hospital to make sure that the timelines are met. I'm personally optimistic that they'll be able to assist the group. Thank you. Innocent, and then John.
Thank you very much, Dean, for the opportunity to talk. Protocol observed. I'm Innocent Arenietu. I'm an undergraduate. I'm glad to represent my team in this meeting, and mine is an appreciation to the faculty, the university at large, and the government for this support. These initiatives work. I'm glad I came to MUST as my institution. I got a chance to participate in these seed grants in my 4th year of medicine and surgery. And I can confidently say that from that one publication I got from that, I also added on 2 from the mentorship I got. So it is a good initiative, and I'm happy you are involving undergraduates in the whole process. Thank you so much. And about the research support office at the faculty, that will be a great achievement and a great opportunity for students. We appreciate. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, John. Edwin or Levan. Thank you very much, Edwin. And finally, Levan. Okay, good. Thank you. So our time is almost up. We want to thank you once again for being part of this session. Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your comments. Barbara says nowadays awards are few, as ordered by her mentor, Dr. Wazira. But nevertheless, we want to wish you the very best. Be on the lookout. The faculty will be sending out other calls soon as we build research capacity. As we continue to build research capacity in the faculty and the university. Of course, we are grateful to the university leadership for spurring research and also instilling research instincts among the undergraduates. We want to appreciate the environment that is prevalent in regard to research, since we are talking about research. Yeah, so I want us to join our hands together as we appreciate the leadership of the university for everything that is happening. I want us to agree on a time when all the proposals will be ready, and then we submit them as a batch. Yeah, this week is for you to reflect on a few things, look at the members who are most likely, to be slow, encourage them, and do we say end of next week? 10th of February. Good. Yeah. So we said 10. Yes. Okay. So so that we have some extra days to do a few other things, write letters and engage rec on a few other things. Okay. So 10th is a good date. We have 2 weeks from now. And for some of you, the protocols are ready. Yeah, when I look at Dr. Rubaku, he says, why not now? Yeah. Yeah, so thank you, everyone. And on behalf of the faculty, my Deputy Dean, Dr. Jonans, and the team at the faculty level, we want to wish you the very best. Yeah, let's bring this to a close. Have a good afternoon.
You're watching AYIT TV, empowering you.